Hey YouTube, so I just wrapped filming a couple hours ago on my first podcast episode. So that's exciting. I am about to go diving for shipwrecks. I won't be diving, I'm not a good swimmer, but I'll be like on the surface kind of keeping an eye on my podcast guest as he's diving. So I'm just going to recommend you should go check out my new podcast. I'm going to aim for monthly for now, and then I'll try to do it like every other week once I start getting more networking to get more guests. But so the first episode went all right, and that's okay. So it's only been like an hour or two, and I'm already getting that sense of like, oh, I wish I had said this, and I forgot I wanted to say this, and I said this way instead of I should have said it this way, and blah, blah, blah. But that's okay. Like, I've chosen to do this podcast uncut as much as possible, except for like occasional technical difficulties, which we had. Because when I'm recording videos, I can just pause and constantly re-say things 18 different ways until I finally said the exact same thing in a certain way that I feel comfortable with, and I need to stop doing that. So I'm doing this uncut, and I'm going to work on being able to say things right the first time. A lot of people don't know this about me. I did online schooling for 6 years in middle school and high school, and so I don't have very good social skills. So not only is podcasting isn't just two people sitting down and having a conversation, it's really interviewing skills. If you think about it, like if I do get this guest, what am I going to talk to them about? I have to be able to ask questions, and so it's interviewing skills, but even more fundamentally, it's just basic social skills, which I don't really have because, like I said, I was kind of isolated for a long time. So I had been thinking about starting this podcast for most of the summer, but then I ended up watching the very first episode of the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And so that was the moment of like, okay, no more like dilly-dallying and delaying and thinking about starting a podcast and figuring out how I want to write. Let's just do it, because no matter how terrible my first one is, it could not possibly be worse than his first one. It was so bad. And to think that he is so good at it now, like that just further solidifies this suspicion I've had that you really need to do quantity to get the quality. Like, that's something I've really kind of logically understood for a long time, but it's been not until the past year that I've been trying to really actually try to live that and really push past my perfectionism nonsense. I guess I just wanted to announce that I've started a podcast. So this is kind of an update video, but also a Let's Chat video. I don't know. I wanted to separate the two series, and now I haven't. Oh, I have a new haircut. I hated the old one. It was good style, but it was horribly done, and so I just finally I splurged on a... Yeah, and I shaved it off this morning. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic, adventurous day.